So I was going to start out this video by completely glazing TV and everything, but we just haven't been eating good recently. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. For years now, television has been the host of millions of carefully crafted and beloved shows, all of which are right at your fingertips. Unless you use cable. Ew, shame, for shame, get the fuck. Recently, television shows have seen a noticeable decline in quality, whereas in years prior, we'd be treated to constant bangers like Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, kinda, Avatar, practically the whole classic Cartoon Network lineup, and so much more that, I just don't have the time to bring up because we was eating good back then, bro. Today, we're just treated to just dog shit, mostly. Good shows are very rare nowadays, and good original shows are just practically non-existent, like there's shiny Pokemon at this point, bro. But every once in a while, we're treated to a gem, a show made with care, and passion, and care, a show that comes to be enjoyed by many people, a show that could easily be described as successful, and a show that sometimes, unfortunately, is cut too short. Today, I'll be explaining to you why a show being canceled is the most unfortunate fate for the fan base and for the creator, whose vision was realized far too late. Enjoy. But first, you like the new stills? Good. It took me 4 days to make. I am a very, very slow artist. I just wanted you all to know that I'm putting all my effort into improving the quality of these videos. And I just want to thank you all real quick for supporting me on this journey. It really means a lot to me. Now then, starting off tame, I want to address the lesser evil of canceled shows. Instances where a show is canceled, yet still manages to pull off a conclusion to the series, be it in the series itself or in other media. I'm talking like Teen Titans with Trouble in Tokyo, OKKO, Invader Zim's Enter the Florpus, The Owl House, Clone Wars. I haven't watched that one. I have to say, I'm torn between my opinion on shows like these. On one hand, even though they were indeed canceled, at the very least they had the chance to properly conclude their shows, which is a privilege that isn't always guaranteed. There's a bird singing outside. What the so now you don't want to do it. What the fuck? And on another hand, endings like these are kind of ass. Once the show is ended, that's it. You're done. There are no do-overs, and the fan base is left with a half-baked ending that fails to satisfy the viewer. And we just have to stand on that shit. Like, I'd rather leave the conclusion up to the fandom at that point. Not to say that a series is just immediately cooked once they're in a predicament like this, however. Enter the Florpus in particular, and the comics that came out afterwards, did a good enough job concluding the Invader Zim series in my opinion. But at the same time, you do need to keep in mind that all that shit came out like over a decade since the last episode of Invader Zim aired, so that's crazy. That's fucking insane, bro. Despite all that. Excuse me. I can't get too mad at instances like these. I'm sure the creators put in a lot of effort cooking up a satisfying conclusion for the fans, and they were only doing the best they can with the situation that they were put into. So what about the times where the show is abruptly cut off? You hold us, Netflix. You hold us! Netflix! Bring back Raising Dion! Inside Job! Daybreak! And Shadow and Bone! And My Life Is Yours! Man, shut your... Now, I'm gonna stray away from the main focus for a bit. Just stay with me here. In my opinion, Netflix is the biggest culprit of cutting off what would otherwise be successful shows. Damn! God damn, I'm keeping that though. I'm standing on that shit. Netflix's cancellation policy is that if a show doesn't receive good reception within 30 days of release, it's canceled. Done. Gone. They take that shit down, bro. They take that shit down like a risky text, my nigga. It doesn't matter if the show is good or not. Maybe it's because they're so used to dumping out mid-originals that they're too scared to risk it. I don't know. But this policy usually leads to shows getting cut off before they could even cook. Like, they're just turning on the stove. Leave them alone, Netflix. Leave them alone. It just grinds my ass when Netflix puts down one of these amazing shows just to fumble an already successful series, or even worse, just to put out another season of Big Mouth. Oh my don't get me started on this shit, bro. Do you know that this shit is getting a season 8? Why? Who's asking for this? And more importantly, who gave this shit an Emmy? Are you fucking serious? Like, y'all niggas are, out of every fucking show, that show is single-handedly the worst fucking shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life, bro. And y'all niggas are giving that shit an Emmy for what purpose? For what purpose? These shows are done completely dirty. Mersed? Oh no. Not again. Not again. Most times leaving off on cliffhangers or shocking twists with no way to tie the story together. It's tragic. And the worst part is, I'm not even sure if there's a solution to this. These shows are taken down for a plethora of reasons, and it's just infuriating trying to come up with a solution. Like, take Infinity Train for example. The reason behind its cancellation was because it was too dark for Cartoon Network. What the fuck happened to my goat? The same channel behind shows like Steven Universe, Adventure Time, and Courage the Cowardly Dog, and Infinity Train was just too fucking dark and wicked and nefarious and diabolical to air on it. Like, what a time we live in. Imagine if Billy and Mandy was released in the modern day. Shit wouldn't last a week, bruh. Ultimately, the fate of these shows lie in the hands of the network that they air on. So really, they could just do whatever they want, regardless. And other than that, sometimes shit just happens. Like, you can lose funding, your crew could be laid off, and sometimes it just takes a bit longer for your show to pick up attention. And honestly, it is what it is. At the end of the day, the only option us viewers really have is to give as much support as we can to these new shows. You see a new show with an interesting premise? Go on, give it a try. Don't wait for it to get slapped with a cancellation before picking it up. That's how you get a video like this. That's how good shows like Inside Job, a fucking goat. That's how shows like Inside Job get taken down, bro. And that's how you drive companies to resort to dire measures to stay relevant, like renewing Big Mouth for another season, because what the fuck were they thinking? No, I'm playing. I've ranted enough. If you've made it here, thank you for watching. At the time of recording, my first video has amassed over 1.4k views. God damn. Which I know compared to mainstream YouTubers, that shit is like rookie numbers. Like they be shitting meal after meal daily. Like that shit is just, it's nothing in comparison. But don't let those views blind you to how big of a number 1,000 is. Like, gun to the back of my head, I couldn't even name 1,000 people if I had to. Like, let me go ahead and try. Okay, I got me. Yeah, that's all I got. Seriously though, that many views on my first video is an actual blessing, and I'm nothing but grateful to you all for your support. And don't think those comments went unnoticed either. Y'all really made my day. Thank you all for watching my channel. Thank you all for subscribing, and this is only the beginning, y'all. Anyways, I ain't gonna hold you up no longer. Get gone.